Don't have a case of the Mondays. We have NBA playoffs tonight, and I got you covered. Let's see some underdog picks. Let's go. Hey, good morning, everybody. It is Craig Bennett, aka Cash Keg, once again, and we're here with a little bit of Underdog Fantasy Pick'em. And I got 4 plays for you for tonight's NBA slate. Start of round 2. We got Philly at Miami. We got Dallas at Phoenix. Should be 2 great games. We do have some big, components of those guys with the guys out with no Joel Embiid, no Kyle Lowry in that early game, which kind of hurts, Philly a lot more than it hurts Miami. Miami's done really well, regardless who's out. We saw them clear that series when Butler and Lowry were out. With Oladipo off the bench, putting up a monster game. It was a lot of fun to watch. But yeah, we got 2 games tonight, and we're gonna go right after them. And again, you guys have been wanting these underdog videos, so I found 4 plays that I do like over there, and hopefully we can start the Monday off right. But with that, hey, if you like these videos, hit that like button for me, subscribe to the channel. Lets me know that these videos provide some value for you guys, and I'll just keep knocking them out as you want. So with that, let's dive right into it and see what we got on tap for today. All right, here we go. We have the Underdog Fantasy Pick'em desktop version up here. They have a sweet mobile app, though. You can download both on the Google and Apple Store. It's what I use most of the time when I'm doing these plays. But to show you what plays they do have, they also have an awesome rivalry game here as well, which I love to play. You're basically just pitting 2 guys against one another. Sometimes they get, given a few points here and there, but it's a lot of fun to play these if you want to choose between the 2 here. So again, man, I cannot speak. The rivalry plays are pretty cool, and we'll talk about them later. But first, I want to talk about the over and unders that we do have and the ones that I do like in this slate. Again, I think with Joel Embiid, it's going to hurt James Harden a lot here. Just the same fact that I think that they're going to focus on him, right? The Miami defense focus on him, make those other guys beat him. The defense is just so good. Being at home, Philly on the road here. I think James struggles a little bit here, honestly. So if I was going to lean one way, I'd kind of lean under either fantasy points or points, rebounds, and assists. It's not one of the official plays I got up here, but I just wanted to mention that real quick. One of the ones I do like, though, is I do like Tobias Harris, and I do like the over rebounds for him. Now, without Joel Embiid out there, even when he was playing, he was hitting the boards pretty hard. The line out there is around 7.5. Honestly, at a lot of these places, we got it over 8 here, which I wish we could get at 7.5. But even at 8, and the entire Toronto series, he crushed that really well. I mean, he went over 10, 12, 11, and 11 rebounds in 4 of the 6 games in that series. And I think, he's going to continue to do that. Now, Miami is a good defensive rebounding team, but, Tobias Harris is going to be out there 40-plus minutes, and I'll take a shot at him getting some more rebounds in this. He should be doing a little rebounding, a little scoring. If you want to take a chance at the points and rebounds, I do like this one as well. This 26.5 points and rebounds would be my second favorite of his. But I think what they're going to do is shut James Harden down and kind of push a lot of that towards towards Tobias Harris and Maxey and those guys to step up a little bit on the road. So that's kind of how I see the game going. And in the playoffs here, you need to kind of have a game script in mind when playing. So that's one that we're going to play is Tobias Harris over 8 rebounds. Next one we're going to go to is one I talked about earlier today, but it's one of my favorites. We're going to come down here in the second game, and we're going to go Jalen Brunson, and we're going to go over 19.5 points. Very similar situation I talked about in all the games he played Utah in that entire series. He went over this mark in over 19.5 points. 24, 41, 31, 23, 24, 24. So even when Luka was out there, he was still scoring. He is that second scoring option for them, and he's proven that his wallet is going to get super fat in the offseason. Someone is going to pay this man some money and big money. With how small he is, man, he gets it done. Love his competitive spirit. Love how he gets it done. Just a fun player all around. But the shots, were 18, 20, and 17, those 3 games, even when Luka came back. So he's going to take a ton of shots regardless. We're not going to see the 24, 25 shots when Luka was out those first 2 games of that series against Utah. But I think we're still going to see a ton of shots. And as long as, his shots are going down, we're going to see, high, 35 to 38 minutes out of him. He averaged 38 over his last 5. Those first 2 games against Utah played a ton, 40 and 43. But now that Luke is back, we'll see that go down to around 36, 37 minutes, I think. So I do like the over on points with him. The next 2 we're going to go to is on the other side of this. First one we're going to go to Chris Paul, and it's at 10 assists. I like the over here. I wish we could get it at 9.5 over here, Underdog, but we can't. But I don't mind the over 10 assists. If we've seen what he's done, played Dallas 3 times this year. Again, went over each and every time. 14 assists on November 17th, 14 on November 19th, and then 11 on January 20th. He's going to want to get his guys going here at home. I like the over here. He went over this mark at or above this mark in 8 of his last 10 games. Having Booker healthy, hopefully Booker can knock down some shots at home. And these role players knocking shots down at home, they tend to do that a little bit more than on the road. I can see the over on Chris Paul here because he needs to get Booker scoring. If they're going to win the title, Booker has to play really good going down the stretch against this Dallas team and then to the finals. So I think he tries to get him going, and I like the over 10 assists for Chris Paul. And then the last one we're going to talk about here on the over-unders, we're going to come down here and we're going to talk about DeAndre Ayton, and we're going to go rebounds for him. I think with all the threes that Dallas does shoot, if we kind of look what he's done through the season, played him twice this year. November 17th, put up 13 rebounds, and then on November 19th, he had 17 rebounds in only 29 minutes. I think with all the threes that they do shoot, he's going to get a few more rebounds here. Should be under the basket quite a bit here with Booker back. And, Booker's going to shoot a ton of threes. It just adds more rebound opportunities to him. So I do like the rebounds here at this number. A lot of the books have it at 11.5, so we get one underneath here. And there's not juice either way at the 11.5 number. But having it at the 10.5 number, I do think there's a little bit of meat left on the bone that we could take advantage of. And he's probably my favorite prop of his, looking at the 18.5 points. Don't really care for that. With Booker back, he's not going to be looking to score as much. I think a lot of points he will get. Maybe a little bit in the pick and roll with Chris Paul, and then, just some putbacks and whatnot. So I do like that a little bit for him. That's what we're looking at for the 4 that I have. So if we want to go over those real quick before we check out the rivals, we got Tobias Harris over 8 rebounds, Jalen Brunson over 19.5 points, Chris Paul over 10 assists, and DeAndre Ayton over 10.5 rebounds. And I would rank them in that order exactly. So if you come over to rival section, just kind of say, like I told you, we can kind of go in between what we're looking at here. Points, rebounds, and assists. I might lean Jimmy Butler here, and I think if James Harden struggles, even though there's no Embiid, I probably lean Jimmy Butler if you're going to look at taking one of those. That's how I'm kind of looking at it. Points and rebounds, I definitely would take Tobias Harris here over Bam Adebayo, just because Bam's going to do his thing, but there's a lot. They share the ball a ton, and I think Tobias Harris is going to have to do way more. So I like that he's getting spotted 3.5 points and rebounds, which I have him for scoring more points and rebounds than Bam here. So I like this for Tobias Harris if you want to take a shot at that one. And then coming down a little bit, points and rebounds, I ain't touching PJ Tucker and Danny Green in a rival section. That's like, dust 1 against dust number 2. So I ain't touching that one. But yeah, just kind of fun to look at all these, see what they're all about. Some of them I wouldn't touch. Some of them I would look at a little bit. Like, it's hard to, Devin Booker should have more 3-pointers than Finney-Smith. But is his shot going to fall in his only second game back after that hamstring injury? Those are the things you kind of have to think of. So those are the 4 plays that we got here for Underdog. If you do not have an account over here, make sure you use that promo code ARMY and get 100% instant deposit match up to $100. And if you are a new Underdog fantasy subscriber, you are also eligible for a free month of DFSArmy VIP membership. Just follow all the directions in the description below. So with that, again, enjoy your Monday. Don't have a case of the Mondays, man. We got basketball tonight. So enjoy your workday, and I will see you guys on the flip side. Deuces.